Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 live stream with Jason Carr starts now.
You know, yeah, you thought you were in Frank Stallone. We never get to hear the lyrics on Sports Final Edition on Sunday night when we play that song, Far From Over, from the Staying Alive soundtrack. That's what that's from. It's been airing for well over 2 decades now as the theme song on Sports Final Edition, but is actually from a 1984 soundtrack. Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday. It is Thanksgiving weekend. Hopefully you did not overindulge and are awake having a second or third cup of Joe, and we're just looking at your phone, and then hey, Jason Carr Live just popped up on my news feed. Better check that out. Stay with us. Producer Jake in place of Steckroth today. John is enjoying some much-deserved time away from this infotainment spectacular.
Hey, threw me into the fire, but we made it happen.
And early, too.
Yeah, there we go. 9:02, how about that?
So this is the 9-ish today.
Yeah, we...
the 9-ish.
Just the Jason Carr Live, a.k.a. the 9-ish.
The
Could have been
9-ish.
even earlier, but we made 9 o'clock work.
Let's talk about leftovers. How long can you keep Thanksgiving leftovers without getting into serious danger of food poisoning because it's turning bad? Turkey apparently is 4 days.
Okay.
What's wrong?
I have some really bad news.
What?
Last night, I packaged this beautiful leftovers Tupperware from my mom's. It has everything in it. It was like a Thanksgiving leftovers Tupperware casserole situation.
Like a TV dinner almost.
Yeah.
This is Ken, by the way.
Left it in the fridge.
Oh, at home.
I feel like when somebody ate Ross's Thanksgiving burrito, I might pull a Ross at work right now. I don't know. It might get really...
It might get
really
ugly.
tense in here. Just a heads up.
TV's Ken, everybody. TV's Ken with the real life leftover story. I thought you were going to tell me you left it out and it spoiled overnight. At least you have it to go home to. So the turkey is 4 days in the fridge, 6 months if frozen.
It's a long time.
Really? Soup and gravy, 4 days in the fridge, 3 months frozen. Casseroles, 4 days in the fridge, 3 months frozen. And desserts are the reverse, only 3 days in the fridge, but 4 months frozen.
We got a viewer from Kenya.
Oh, is our Kenyan viewer back? Is it, what's his name? Jaden?
Yeah.
Jaden.
Hello, Jaden.
Jaden never explained to us what he's doing in Kenya yesterday. We said, Jaden, or not yesterday, 2 days ago. And I don't think we ever got around to that. Do you recall?
I do not. I was not here yesterday, unfortunately, so I did not get to experience the Kenyan viewer.
Don't forget, on my Facebook page, at Jason Carr TV, bowl of bacon. Basically, how did Thanksgiving go? What'd you have? Did you avoid any drama with the family members over, the politics stuff? So make sure you let us know on my Facebook page. Speaking of which, I think I'll share this, repost, and post. Okay.
To everyone watching.
How many people?
Right now we're at about 100.
Okay, not
It'll
bad
climb.
for a holiday Friday after Thanksgiving, or Black Friday, I should say, because if people could be on their computers getting a really sweet deal on a 4K TV right now.
Lots of free shipping today. Lots of free shipping.
That's like I shipped my pants.
Uh-oh.
No, did you see the Kmart? It was
No, I didn't
Kmart
see
You never saw that ad campaign?
No.
They had a whole bunch of people, like old people, young people, kids. They were all talking about free shipping from Kmart, and the joke of the ad campaign was, I shipped my pants.
Now that you explain it like that, it actually sounds kind of familiar, but...
Okay, so here are the top 10 football-themed movies if you don't plan on actually watching any gridiron showdowns. You can actually indulge in football nonetheless via Hollywood. So let's take a look. The Blind Side.
Blind Side. Great movie. I've seen
Great
it.
movie with Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
Gleason.
Haven't seen it.
I've not seen it. I've heard it's really good though. So.
Okay.
Any Given Sunday.
You know, here's a confession. I don't know how I missed Any Given Sunday. I spent years earlier in my career. I was, a news anchor and reporter, but I was also sort of like a movie critic or a film reviewer. And I was seeing 2 and 3 and 4 movies a week. I somehow missed Any Given Sunday. I've never seen it, and I never felt like I had to go back and see it. Have you seen it?
I have. Not in a long time, but when I was in like middle school.
It came out like 15 years ago, right? Or 16 years ago, something like that?
A long time ago.
Okay, Varsity Blues with James Van Der Beek. The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. Love Gene Hackman. Invincible, this is the one with Mark Wahlberg, makes the Eagles, and Greg Kinnear is playing Dick Vermeil. Brian's Song, the one everybody remembers, is being very tear-jerking.
I have not seen this one.
It's James Caan and Billy D. Williams without the mustache. Looks different. North Dallas 40, Mac Davis in his acting debut, Nick Nolte partying it up. Here's my choice. The Longest Yard, not the Adam Sandler atrocity from 2005 or whatever it was. The original Burt Reynolds.
I knew I had to get this one for you. I knew I couldn't go Adam Sandler.
This was the one. Have you seen it?
I have seen. I've seen both of them.
And this one's superior, right?
Yes. The Adam Sandler one I saw when it like first came out, and then like I went back and saw this one, and I was like, okay, like now I know why the Adam Sandler one really.
I'm very
wasn't so
impressed.
good.
I'm very impressed that you bothered to go back to 1970, whatever it was, and look this one up.
I like my sports movies.
Where does this rank on your sports movie list, Jacob?
I mean, it's one of the better ones. Not as good as number 1 on the list, I think. Remember the Titans, but Remember the Titans is just a classic. It's kind of hard to beat.
Okay, Black Friday car deals. This gained some traction this year in the news media. We're used to hearing about 4K TVs and PlayStations and all that stuff, but apparently the car dealership associations have decided, hey, wait a second, we want in on this. For instance, there's a heavy-duty Nissan pickup you can get for like 10 grand off, as well as the Leaf, which when you combine all the incentives and the rebates and the government, is like $7,500 off for a Leaf.
That's not bad.
So if you're in the market for a car, and I guess I was listening earlier this morning to News Radio 950 with their automotive insider talking about how people don't really want cars right now, they want SUVs. It was Jeff Gilbert. So if you're after a car, you can probably score a sweet deal because they're incentivizing cars to move them because people are buying SUVs. That's
interesting.
So the cars, Forbes broke down the top 20 cars with the heftiest cash back Black Friday deals. Not easy to say. You should show the Leaf. Do you have the Titan?
Got the
There's
top
the
5.
Titan. The Ford F-150, $6,500 back. Same with the Fusion Energy and the C-Max Energy, all three Fords after the 2 Nissans. $6,500 back on that. Seth Meyers, let's just.
Unfortunately, I don't have the video. I know I'm not as good with the video as John, but I do have a screen cap from what happened. He went on a little rant about thinking Thanksgiving is too close to Christmas, and when he started doing his rant, NBC said, "Oh, there was a technical issue," and put these words over him as he was ranting.
At this point in the broadcast, Seth launched into a 60-second obscenity-laden tirade about Thanksgiving and his opinions about its proximity to Christmas. Network policy prevents us from broadcasting his comments, but due to a technical issue, you can fill in the rest, yada, yada, yada. Basically, Seth said it's totally whack that there are 2 turkey-related holidays a month apart. Although it's more like Christmas ham, Thanksgiving.
People still have turkey.
I had duck. I made duck, and my father-in-law made the turkey, and my wife made special mac and cheese, cauliflower puree, mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and bacon. I mean, it was a winner across the board. Winner, turkey dinner, duck dinner, whatever you want to say. Hey, you want to see a psychedelic video?
This is similar to this one. Again, it's like a 5-minute long video, and just the screen caps of this are unbelievable.
I wonder if you just left this up. Hang on, just leave it up.
Mesmerize some people.
Or, I mean, just keep cycling through them. Hang on, I've got a plan. I always have a plan. It's like, I got a guy.
Yeah,
you need something painted? I got a guy.
Yeah, this guy, he said he's going to make a full-length movie.
Do you know this music?
I don't, but it's catchy.
All right.
But yeah, this guy basically, he's making a full-length video, and he released a preview of it. It's got $6,000 support on a crowdfunding campaign. And
so like a 90-minute movie of nothing but psychedelic?
Yeah, just like hypnotizing people. I don't understand it, but I mean, $6,000 is a lot of money, so clearly people support what he's doing.
That's wild. Let's take a look at the Purple Witch Hot Pot.
The Purple Witch Hot Pot. There it is.
What in the world is that? Can you tell me?
It's a bunch of veggies basically put into this like gumbo type thing, but they're all purple. And you know, you've got right here some purple broccoli. They dye some
Chopped
of
broccoli.
the vegetables.
Chopping broccoli.
I don't know how I feel about this. It doesn't look like the most delicious thing I've seen, especially after Thanksgiving. We're going to hypnotize his viewers.
Frank Stallone from 1980, it says 4, but I think it's more like 83. The Purple Witch Hot Pot, big in Japan right now, trending. The toxic-looking brew is from all the purple veggies that go into it. Purple cabbage, yams, broccoli, name a few. And apparently it's a thing. The Lions improved to 7-4 on the year. What do you think about those?
About them Lions.
How about them Lions?
Every single game, down to the wire, without fail.
The Vikings were slayed. Matthew Stafford throwing BBs all over the field like a laser pointer.
Oh, it was very stressful. But every game, every single game.
A come from behind fourth quarter deficit eraser. Is this the year? Are the Lions, I mean, I think they're going to make the playoffs. Are they going to win a playoff game, and could they actually make some real noise?
They could host a playoff game.
They could host a playoff game.
That'd be a big deal for the city, so I don't know. I'm excited. If they host a playoff game, I'll be there, guaranteed.
How much would you pay?
Well, my family, we have season tickets, so we'd get that priority
really?
seating. So it'd most likely be on my parents' dime, luckily, so I'd be using that.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22
but still living at home,
years
so.
young. Born the year that I went into broadcasting. Michigan, Ohio State. How about that? There you have it.
That's the real big game of the weekend.
That is huge.
Huge.
That is a big game. Yeah. Now, as a Michigan State grad, I can tell you that I am not rooting against the Wolverines. The Maize and Blue, I hope, will emerge victorious in this tilt. I have no love at all for the Ohio State University.
Good.
Zero.
I'm a Michigan fan. I'm very, very nervous about the game.
Why? Do tell.
Well, we don't really know who's going to play quarterback right now. Both Wilton Spate and John O'Korn are practicing limitedly. Spate was hurt.
Yeah, Spate was hurt.
Yeah, they thought he might have a broken collarbone, but now there's reports he was practicing, and no one really knows who's going to play. If we have Spate, I feel pretty confident, but at the same time, we don't know how healthy he is. But your Spartans, they got a big game too, because they could knock off Penn State and really make this Big Ten championship very interesting.
The Spartan basketball team, 3-3, coming off that loss. It's sort of kind of an iffy time right now for
State's played some good teams in basketball, though.
I know that Tom Izzo's taking the blame for their loaded-up schedule. Do you have any predictions for the Michigan-Ohio State game? Jim Harbaugh has not been inside Ohio Stadium since he guaranteed victory and won back in 1986.
John O'Korn, actually, he, in a statement, was getting interviewed by some reporter. He said, we're going to get it done on Saturday, and people were taking that as a guarantee and throwing it back to Harbaugh. And you know, I'm not sure how I feel about Michigan players guaranteeing a victory, but I guess I like the confidence.
I can remember 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when Michigan went into Iowa, ranked second in the nation, and lost on that field goal in the rain.
That was with Harbaugh, right?
Yeah, I was so upset about that game. No, mind you, I ended up going to Michigan State, but like a lot of kids who grew up in western Wayne County, in my case, Plymouth Canton, you were basically a stone's throw from Michigan Stadium, and so by default, every kid's like a Michigan fan in the Plymouth Canton, Livonia, Westland area, and I was crushed by that Iowa victory in the rain. So happy. I would be so happy if Michigan beat Ohio State, because if Michigan and Michigan State do have a common enemy, I mean, Notre Dame's one thing, but Ohio State inspires some straight-on like hatred.
Yeah, like I said, being a Michigan fan, I don't really like State, but I'd root for State over Ohio State easily.
Like, so if this were the reverse situation and Michigan State was playing Ohio State this weekend and you sitting there as a Michigan fan, you would be saying to me, I'm rooting for Michigan State.
Yeah, I can't stand Ohio State. It's annoying. Like, they win. Not only are they like the worst because they're Ohio, but like they win all the time.
They're like Ohio's winningest professional football program.
Yeah, Browns might go 0-16, so that's something else to keep an eye on for Lions fans.
See what I did there with the professional?
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, bowl of bacon. Don't forget, at Jason Carr TV on Facebook. Go there. Tell us all about your Turkey Day, what you had, fights you got into, Black Friday deals you scored. Bless you, Ken.
TVs can.
TVs can. You can also check out the video that Ken shot yesterday following me around the parade route for how long? 40 minutes? How long was that? 30, 40 minutes, something like that? People seem to like that. Did we figure out what was going on with the live feed that was causing people to sort of go to Facebook? All right, so Black Friday, don't forget, shop early, shop often. I'm easy to shop for. Neckties, cologne.
Bruno Mars tickets.
Huh?
Bruno Mars tickets.
Bruno Mars tickets for next year. Whatever you want to get me is fine by me. And for Jake and the rest of the crew here, have a safe and happy weekend. And if you're traveling, please buckle up, do the speed limit, watch out for drunk drivers. If you have to, speaking of that, get an Uber or a Lyft or a cab. Arrive alive, as they say. And have a great weekend. Go blue over the Ohio State Buckeyes. Lions already recording a W in the books, so we don't have to say go Lions, go Spartans. And we will see you back here on Monday.
Go blue. Stay classy, Detroit.